These are the first 3 abilities you should learn in Ghost of YOTEI. Starting with number 1, the roll ability. So when you look at the skill trees, all 3 of these abilities are going to be in the Onryo skill tree. You're going to want to go over to the survival tree, and the first ability on there is going to be the roll ability, which lets you roll out of the way when you're in combat versus just sidestepping, which will help a lot in combat. And as you'll see here, it helps you space out from these crazy attacks that some of these enemies do, and really allow you to stay alive for longer, because this game does not hold back when it comes to the difficulty. And speaking of difficulty, this brings us to the second ability, Onryo's Will, which lets you revive yourself when you get down for 4 spirit. Remember that number, we're going to come back to that later. But look, I gotta be honest with you, you're gonna die a lot in this game. This game is not easy. These enemies be going crazy sometimes, and Onryo's Will comes in clutch so you can stay in the fight, because if not, you're gonna be dying and retrying all these fights over and over and over again. It is a super clutch ability, and I think it's one of the first abilities you need to get when you start Ghost of YOTEI. But hold on. If you've been watching closely, whenever I've been dying in this video, it's been saying that it cost me 3 spirit to revive. But I originally said it costs 4 spirit, and that's because of an ability called Improved Onryo's Will, which lowers the cost of reviving to 3 spirit instead of 4 spirit, which is really important because when you first start this game, you only have 3 spirit. Okay, unless you get a buff from cooking, you only have 3, okay? And that's why we need Improved Onryo's Will as soon as we start the game, so that we can start using Onryo's Will as soon as possible, because as I said before, this game is hard. So go find yourself an Altar of Reflection and get this ability right after you get Onryo's Will, so that you can save some spirit when you revive yourself, right? But if you'd rather just go do some bamboo strikes to get more spirit instead of getting Improved Onryo's Will, there is an alternative third ability that I would recommend for early game that you can get instead, and that is the Safe Fall ability, which lets you roll when you hit the ground after jumping from a high place and not take damage. I think this is more of a quality of life improvement, and I think that if you didn't want to get Improved Onryo's Will, this is a safe bet. Honestly, I would fill out the entire survival tree. I think it's a great first tree to fill out, just because, as I said before, this game is not the easiest, and I think that the survival tree helps make it that much more manageable. But those are the 3 abilities, and an alternative third ability that you should get first when you start Ghost of YOTEI. Let me know if there's any other abilities that you think people should get early on, and let me know what you guys are thinking of Ghost of YOTEI so far. But for those of you who don't know,